Recently, students of the Lenape Regional High School District were given a presentation by well-known motivation speaker Chris Herren. What we are about to share with you is the reflections of what students and staff took away from this presentation. As a sobriety advocate, Chris carries a powerful message. As a school, we strive to connect more people to the idea that Chris shared with us.
My hope with the Chris Herren presentation is that the students, 1,100 of our student body that were able to see this, took away a few different messages. I think the first one being that life is very short. The second being your decisions are very important. And every single student in our building has the decisions whether or not they are going to experiment with substances. But the reality is that there's a risk.
And what I'd like to make sure the message is out there, that I thought he delivered a really powerful message to our students. I'm hoping that they were listening to what this man had to say, who lived this experience firsthand, how he really had a struggle almost all of his adult life, and how it started in high school, and how when that start came, he didn't know how to handle it. And I see that our kids in our school, if we help one student, if one student was inspired by his message, to me it would be a success.
And that your decisions matter. I think sometimes we can believe the lie that your decision is your own, and I think he's proof that that is not the case. So I think there were a number of messages that were sent, and really my hope is that each student that heard this, it will resonate that addiction is real. Addiction does not have anybody exempt from that equation when it comes to the different decisions that you make. And your decisions are powerful ones that can change the world or can wreck the lives of other people.
This message was basically telling our kids that, we all know that drug and alcohol abuse is rampant. We know that it affects our population, and we need a way to have our kids understand that it can happen to everyone, anyone.
My biggest takeaway from the Chris Herren presentation was that it's not the worst, it's the first, and that the decisions you make in high school can make or break the rest of your life.
And I hope that the message was heard by our students, that we all have issues, every single one of us. Not a single one of us is a perfect person, we're all human. And I hope that they can understand that they just need to be strong. They need to be themselves. You have to love yourself. You have to believe in yourself and accept who you are.
Chris Herren's presentation really affected Seneca's student body, and the fact that he was such a empowering figure in high school. He was the man, and he went to college, and he went to the NBA, and he had a promising future, except for the fact that he made some bad decisions. And we all have that dream of becoming a great celebrity or a big athlete, but making the wrong decisions like he did can kind of like made us think like we would never want to make those decisions and ruin our future and career.
I hope that this is a message that was really heard. Again, he's an adult who lived through this. He seemingly had everything going for him, and then, he ended up making some bad decisions, and it cost him a lot. So I hope that, again, just one kid, at least in our building, got that message.
Overall, I think that the Chris Herren presentation was very easy to relate to, and regardless of what people are going through or what personal connections they have to drugs and alcohol, it was just very easy to connect it to yourself and make you want to be a better person.
My biggest takeaway from the Chris Herren presentation was the impact it could have on my siblings, and that if I didn't want my sister or any of my younger siblings doing something bad like drugs or alcohol use, then why would I do it? Why would I be that image to her?
My hope is that it wasn't just a message that resonated with them that day and that weekend, but it will be something that will continue for them.